born outside Atlanta, Georgia in 1967. It was not a good start if you wanted a backyard hockey rink or if you just wanted to play hockey. I was the youngest of 5, and it looks like my sister took care of me, and it looks like we all liked the water and we liked to swim. My brother Bill may have even been a bit fascinated by it. Where my love for hockey starts, I don't know. But this photo is the first one that includes me and anything to do with hockey. Taken in 1973, shortly after our move from Georgia, we were at a WHA game in Madison Square Garden in New York City. And I just remember laughing uncontrollably when players would check each other into the boards. I guess hockey made me laugh. My dad worked for Eastman Kodak in those days and had access to the company's season tickets for the New York Rangers. From that point on, I was hooked to hockey. I collected tickets, programs, the rosters, newspaper clippings, and whatever else the New York Rangers had to offer. I listened on the radio to Phil Esposito's last game as a Ranger. I fell asleep to the games on WWR-TV Channel 9. I have photos my brother took of Barry Beck, Ulf Nielsen, and I think that's Steve Vickers. I remember waiting in line to get this autograph from Dave Maloney. I even saved this photo of Ed Hospodar getting his face bloodied against Calgary's Randy Holt in 1981. This same photo might be the reason my mother never wanted me to play hockey. I think she didn't like the violence. There were also no rinks that were that close to us. The thought of actually playing organized hockey never entered my mind. Then one day a friend of mine, Richard Lyons, said if I like hockey, I should come over to his house, and from there we would head to Crucher's Pond. That was the beginning of it all. That's me with the New York Ranger hat on. On either side of me is Chuck Morgan and Tom LaPrade, Joey DeLongis, Christopher Chapeau, and his little brother. This was our day at Crucher's Pond. And how about this photo? Nothing says NHL prospect like shorts over sweatpants and a flannel. And how about this photo? Me on the left, I look pretty gassed. Chuck Morgan in the middle, and Dave Ray on the right. We're all enjoying our time at Crucher's Pond. That turned into a memorable time in life. In fact, I almost lost my life when the ice broke and Charlie Morgan pulled me out with his hockey stick. He risked getting close and was able to get me out. That was a cold day. As time went on, I moved around and lived in Alaska at one point where outdoor rinks weren't that uncommon. My friend Keith and I had a pretty good understanding and appreciation for hockey. I even gave his daughter free skating lessons. But I had to leave Alaska and its outdoor rinks for Colorado. I got married and had kids, and I had a very curious idea to build a backyard rink. The first rink I ever built was in 2007. It was small, bumpy, and I couldn't fill it completely, so it was an odd shape, but man was it fun. Christmas lights and skating parties on some really bad ice. I eventually learned not to use water from the nearby creek. Cold on cold is no good. Over the years, I made some changes as time went on. I tried a curtain for shade. The wind loved that thing and destroyed it. I tried human Zambonis, but my wife didn't like that. You know, every year you just want a bigger and better rink, and it's always a gamble, because if it doesn't work the first time, you're kind of screwed for the rest of the short season. The earliest skate we've ever had was November 14th one year, but then it just about completely melted as we moved into December. Of course, leaves are a pain. You have to prepare the lawn and keep them off the ice. A huge cottonwood on our small property makes things difficult. Not to mention I can't build a rink around it, so the rink is only so big. But I gotta say, having the tree in the foreground in photographs and in video does make it look a little bit more backyard rinkish.
Happy birthday, dear Slavo.
Yeah. They don't smell bad.
We've had some pretty good celebrations on the rink and some good friends visit. A lot of our kids' friends have come by. Savo had regulars over and Van joined in. I even played goalie a few times.
That was crazy.
As did Savo. He was a bit more, better. We even had Keith and Kendall from Alaska visit. And how about this guy, Charlie Morgan, the childhood friend from Mount Kisco, New York, who pulled me out of the pond back in the day.
Charlie Morgan on the rink.
Yeah, he came for some backyard hockey. Yeah, the backyard hockey has created some great memories and built some balancing skills for our boys. But it hasn't always been strictly hockey.
Oh!
Oh my! Now coming up for Team USA is Tom Cole and Van Cole. These two are absolutely fabulous.
But as we headed into our 14th year of doing this, I wanted something bigger. Yep, the time has come. The cottonwood tree died, and it was time to make room. In June of 2019, they took down our cottonwood. I asked them to leave about 2 cords. We have a wood stove, and I thought it would keep us busy for a while. It kept us busy for quite a while. I rented a log splitter, took down our fence, and drove it right onto the lawn. Spent hours splitting and piling the wood. That all went well, but I made the mistake of telling them to leave a stump so I could carve a chair out of it and look over the green belt. What a stupid idea that was. Now I had to get rid of the stump for possibly a bigger rink. I never got it done in 2019. But I got my act together in 2020 and made room. I used the mulch to offset the low end of the rink, found a 40-foot by 100-foot sheet of 6mm, and had my boards up by mid-September. We gave it the old no skate test on December 9th or 10th, and then on December 11th, Yankee Doodle Rink was open. A few days later, we had some kids over, and it was the world's largest hockey rink ever in my backyard. So psyched. There's even enough room to have a legit tag game with my 15-year-old. It took 14 years of trial and error, but I think this year's rink is the best one.
You gotta get by me. I gotta get by you?
I don't know how much longer we'll build them, but we'll keep celebrating them. Like tonight, it's my birthday, and my whole team showed up.
This is a rare thing. I don't think we've ever had the whole family out here on my birthday. Oh.
Put it on the stick. Did you see that?
This is why I build the backyard rink.